Classic. Oh, I love it.
Welcome back to Spa-Francorchamps. Welcome back to Belgium. Welcome to race 2 of the weekend for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Yesterday, we saw the 5th race of the season, and what a crushing display it was from Flint Schering. He started on pole position for the 2nd time this season and went on to take the win, and he's looking to make it 3 out of 3. He won the last race at the Red Bull Ring, race 4 of the season. He won yesterday, both of those from pole position. He starts this race, race 6 of the season, from pole position today. So is he going to be able to do it again? Well, Alex Tauscher would like to say no, because he is there and he is ready. He's proven to be Mr. Consistency in terms of the points standings. It's Alex Tauscher who is 2nd in the championship, because that car there, number 44, Theo Overhaus, jumped back to the top of the points. After a perfect score at the season opener at Imola, a difficult time at the Red Bull Ring, Theo Overhaus yesterday with a 2nd place went back to the top, leading Alex Tauscher by 2 points. Matheus Ferreira yesterday, the Brazilian driver, scored his first ever overall podium in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Joe Warhurst has had a very good qualifying session for this race and will be looking to make progress from there, but you can see here that the big talking point today is not track limits. There's a change as we look at yesterday's rookie winner and in fact the rookie pole sitter for this race. The big topic of conversation today is the weather. Is it going to rain? Is it going to stay dry? What tyres to run? Well, we're not privileged to precise information as to what everybody is going to be running, but it does look like quite a few of the drivers are opting for those wet weather tyres. Spoke to Dirk Schouten briefly as I was coming up to the commentary box, and he said, I'm going to be running slick tyres. Well, rather you than me, Dirk, because it looks distinctly greasy out there. This is why these drivers are so fantastic, and this is why we love Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland, going up against each other, but against the elements on this, the Ardennes roller coaster. We are in the Ardennes forest, and it is absolutely glorious here, apart from the weather. It is a circuit, a legendary circuit that is 7.004 kilometers around. That equates to 4.352 miles with 19 turns, 10 to the left and 9 to the right. It is quite a challenge for the drivers. Need I say any more than Eau Rouge and Raidillon? It is a scary combination. A corner, a straight, a hill. Call it what you will, the drivers have to conquer that. Takes a lot of bravery, and especially in these conditions. So as already mentioned, yesterday it was a demonstration of perfection from Flint Schering from that pole position, just putting in lap after lap after lap, inch perfect to take a dominant win. And it would be a brave man who bets against him doing that again in this race today. But Flint jumped back into the points standings as a result of that yesterday and that win at the Red Bull Ring. He'd had an awful time at the start of the season, but now is very much back in the hunt. He's up to 6th in the standings, 24 points off Theo Overhaus, the championship leader. The 99 car of Marcus Armand had mechanical issues in qualifying yesterday morning, and it's meant that he starts both yesterday's race and today's race from the very back. He did a brilliant job yesterday, coming through from 32nd place to finish in 11th. I must be wondering what might have been as a result of that issue in qualifying. He's going to have to do it all again today, starting a long, long way back. Right, well, I'm just peering out the window whilst talking, trying to see what tyres drivers are on. As far as I can tell, most of the front runners are on wet weather tyres. And I think slick tyres, whatever Dirk Schutten may say, I think slick tyres may well be an optimistic choice in these conditions. It is very, very greasy. So you saw the point standings on your screen briefly then. It's Theo Overhaus who leads Alex Tauscher by 2 points in the overall standings. Keegan Masters, who came into yesterday as the championship leader, had a really bad race yesterday. The door catch giving way, of all things. The door was flapping open and he was called into the pits by the race directors for safety reasons. He was pulling the door so hard, he even broke the strap on the inside of the door trying to get it closed, but it was all to no avail. He scored 0 points yesterday, so drops to third in the standings. He's only 4 points back from Theo Overhaus, though. Marcus Amand is fourth in the standings, 15 points back, despite having to come from the back yesterday. Mathieu Ferreira, that's third place yesterday, puts him at fifth place in the standings, 18 points back. And Flint Schering now just 24 points away from the championship lead, and will be very optimistic about closing that even further from this starting position. In the rookie standings, Chester Kiefer's win in the rookies yesterday propels him up to second place in the rookie standings. He's 5 points back from Montego Masson, who still leads the way with 80 points. Gustav Bergstrom is third with Sam Yongyan in fourth place in the rookie points, but only 10 points back. And in the Pro-Am standings, it was a win yesterday for Søren Spreng, and he leads the Pro-Am Championship by 17 points from Mikael Esman. But Mikael starts on the Pro-Am pole today, so in an advantageous position there. The cars now start on this mega important formation lap. Really, this is the chance, the last opportunity to generate the heat and to find out where the grit is or indeed isn't around this circuit. So generating heats in the tyres and in the brakes. And there is a lovely view out of La Source, turn one, as we look down towards Eau Rouge and into Raidillon. This is the steep climb, and boy, it is a very steep climb up the hill. Let's take a look at the grid for this race 6 of the season. It's Flint Schering on pole position with Alex Tauscher alongside, just keeping himself very much in the championship hunt. Theo Overhaus, the new championship leader, is third with Mathieu Ferreira, podium finish yesterday, alongside him on that second row. Row 3, Joe Warhurst, great qualifying from him, and the rookie pole sitter, Chester Kiefer. Keep an eye on both of those young chargers from the talent pool who will be rocking their way through the field. Keegan Masters, trying to make up for yesterday, has Gus Burton alongside him. And then it's Louis Perrault from France with Niels Langeveld. He got a little bit airborne yesterday. We'll be trying to avoid that today. He's starting from 10th place on the grid. Alde Fustante guesting here with Gustav Bergstrom alongside him on row 6 of the grid. Row 7, Sam Yongyan and other rookies with Nick Ho, and all rookie row 7 of the grid. On row 8, it's Montego Masson, the rookie points leader, with Tim Reiter for company alongside him. And 17th on the grid, Caleb Sumich comes all the way from Australia to race here. He has Daniel Rose alongside him. Next up, Sebastian Freimuth and Dirk Schutten. What tyres will Dirk be on? Well, we'll probably find out in a bit, won't we? 21st on the grid, Max Mutschlechner and Dylan Yip from Hong Kong alongside him. Another all-rookie row of the grid. Next up, Alexandra Vatova from Bulgaria. They did well last night, didn't they? Jonas Greif alongside her for GP Elite. And then Mikael Esman, the Pro-Am pole sitter. Great to have Ahmed Al-Shihab from Q8 on the grid for the first time this season, this weekend. Sam Shaheen, another Australian visitor, and Ray King from the UK, all in the Pro-Ams. There's one Pro-Am name that's a little bit further back. Søren Spreng, he's got a lot of work to do from 29th, and Wouter Boerkamps, he's a long way back as well. It was an interrupted qualifying session. Gianluca Tucharoglu lines up on the back row of the grid with Marcus Amand alongside. We've had some grid penalties as well, with drivers racking up penalty points. Certainly Caleb Sumich was one of those drivers. So a little bit mixed up towards the back, and in these conditions, well, it's going to be he who dares wins that comes through to try and fight for those valuable points. Can you believe that by the end of next weekend, we are going to be halfway through the season for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland, because we're heading to Zandvoort next weekend for part 2 of this back-to-back weekend of racing. This is race 6, the championship very much up in the air. Flint Schering is going to be the one to watch. He's coming up through the ranks in the point standings, but in these conditions, it's going to be absolute concentration. Drivers cannot afford to put a single wheel wrong because it is really slippery off the racing line. There's the traffic jam into the bus stop as the cars try to sort themselves out. I said this yesterday, I'll say it again today. The drivers at the back of the pack cannot see the gantry lights, so they will be dependent on the cars in front starting to move. They're going to hope that the cars in front have a jump start, because they'll make the perfect start then. We look down from turn 1 towards the majestic sight of 32 Porsche Cup cars ready to do battle. Windscreen wipers running. Focus. 5 red lights on. 5 red lights off. And we are go here at Spa-Francorchamps for the second time. Good start from Theo Overhaus in second place. Flint Schering has got to jump into turn 1, but Overhaus to the inside of Alex Tauscher. Right, can everybody get around La Source? This is so slippery. No, they can't. The Pro-Am Championship leader, Søren Spreng, pointing towards the wall. So he's been tagged around. Here comes Flint Schering. He's made that perfect start, but he's got to keep it all together. Track limits are an issue here at Spa-Francorchamps. The stewards have been paying very close attention, and we were quite well behaved yesterday. In fact, very well behaved. So the drivers tiptoeing around this opening. Now look at Theo Overhaus putting the pressure onto Flint Schering. Along the Kemmel Straight they come into Le Combes. Schering has this all under control at the moment. Everybody coming through the mist and the rain. This is real edge of the seat stuff from these drivers. Some running side by side, going out wide towards the gravel. Everybody holding it together. Here comes our leader, Flint Schering. Theo Overhaus very much in touch with him though. Alex Tauscher there as well. Keep an eye on Matheus Ferreira in 4th place. Very good at charging through the pack even in these conditions. And look at Marcus Armand in the background. He did this yesterday, pushing his way through from the very back of the pack, passing cars in the opening laps. There's Chester Kiefer, Keegan Masters, Niels Langeveld all running together in there as well. Chester Kiefer in 7th place, the rookie leader. Up ahead of them is Gus Burton, but everybody now just sorting themselves out. There's Joe Warhurst in 5th place, Matheus Ferreira just ahead of him, just settling themselves down at the moment. So Flint Schering, there's Overhaus, Tauscher, Ferreira, Burton, Warhurst, then Kiefer. On the wide outside we come, so let's have a look. Pro-Am leader Mikael Essmann at the moment. This is so tricky. There's Sebastian Freimer, a wheel dipped onto the gravel. He regathers it all up, but he would have lost a bit of traction out of the corner. Into the mist we come, the headlights burning through. Flint Schering with Theo Overhaus. I spoke to Theo yesterday. He said we just didn't have the pace to stay with Flint Schering, but they've been working hard overnight. The team's looking at the data. Now look at Theo Overhaus. Out of the bus stop we come in towards La Source. Are we going to see a challenge for the lead? Nobody could get anywhere near Flint Schering yesterday, but the conditions are different today. Overhaus showing himself to the outside. Alex Tauscher just waiting in the wings in the background. Matheus Ferreira coming under pressure from Gustav Burton, the British driver in 5th place. He's got Joe Warhurst behind him as well. Here we come again out of La Source, running side by side. That's Dirk Schouten in the 34 car, going wheel to wheel with Daniel Roos. So up the hill once again, right, under investigation for a jump start. That's bad news for Sam Shaheen, the Australian driver, under investigation for a potential jump start. Right, here's our leaders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nobody's breaking clear here. Bit of a gap in front of Joe Warhurst. He's looking under pressure from his fellow talent pool driver, Chester Kiefer, who's leading the way for the rookies. Second in the rookies, Sam Yongyan, up to 9th place. So Sam's made a very good start there. Everybody being very careful, making allowances for these tricky conditions. We've got challenges further back to the inside. It's one of the target cars. So everybody just tiptoeing around these opening laps. It's a 30-minute plus 1 lap race. At the moment, Flint Schuring in control. There's Sam Shaheen, who's under investigation for that jump start in the number 23 car. There's Marcus Armand already up to 22nd place. So Marcus Armand from the very back of the pack, trying to do exactly what he did yesterday and pick his way through the field car by car. Now Flint Schuring has just opened up a bit of a gap. Mathieu Ferreira in 4th place, coming under pressure from Gus Burton. Gus, who had his best finish yet in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland yesterday. It was a 6th place, so he's already ahead of that. Needs to keep it on the grey stuff, though. Challenging for that 4th place, the Brazilian in front of him. Mathieu Ferreira had that first visit to the podium yesterday. Would love to do that again today, and it could well be he who stays on the track and avoids track limits who's going to end up in a good point scoring position. Right, Gus Burton challenging on the outside into the bus stop to the inside. This is going to be 4th place to Gus Burton. So Burton's through and up into 4th place he comes. So looking back at our race leader, Flint Schuring, about just under a second clear of 2nd place. There's Joe Warhurst coming under pressure from the leading rookie, Chester Kiefer. Takes his time, really sensible with what he's doing. Flint Schuring, though, with the fastest lap of the race, a 2:34. So we're running some, well, over 20 seconds slower than we would do in the dry. Such are these tricky conditions. I don't think there's anybody on wet weather tyres at the moment. Our leading Pro-Am is still Mikael Esman in 26th place overall. Here comes our race leader, Flint Schuring, Theo Overhaus, Alex Tauscher. The 1, 2, 3 have broken clear just a little bit at the front. In 4th place, Gus Burton, having dispatched Mathieu Ferreira. Can he get onto the podium? It would be a first podium for Gus Burton if he could do that. There's 2nd and 3rd coming through the bottom of your picture. There's Gus, who's broken clear of Mathieu Ferreira. So Burton clearly enjoying these conditions. All the jokes about the British bringing the weather with him. Well, he's had a lot of practice in these conditions. Mathieu Ferreira not really able to stay in touch. Joe Warhurst, another Brit there in 7th place. Niels Langeveld, always a danger man in the background. He's in 8th place, just keeping a watching eye on what's happening ahead of him in the purple car there. And he looks to be closing in on Joe Warhurst as well. Sam Yongyan in 9th place, 2nd in the rookie. So the orange, the yellow even, boxes around the driver's numbers indicating the rookies. The blue boxes around the numbers further back indicating the Pro-Am drivers. And there's Joe in the blue and white car, now under pressure from Niels Langeveld. So this is the battle for 7th place. Coming through your screen there. And there's Joe in the light blue and white car. Joe Warhurst, 7th place. Niels Langeveld lining him up in the background. Sam Yongyan still very much recovering from illness and doing a sterling job. Keegan Masters just behind there, 10th place. A fairly subdued start to the race for him. Still got no notifications of any penalties for anybody at the moment. We've got a few incidents being investigated, but nothing involving any penalties at the moment as we look towards the bus stop. What a great shot that is from our drone. You can see the cars sliding as they get on the gas as they head out towards the Formula One grid. So they're coming out of that corner in 1st gear, and that is Ray King, another of the British drivers for ID Racing, who is stranded there, and he's onto the gravel. Now, can he keep it going? He gets from the gravel onto the grass, but there's even less track traction on the grass, and the car goes spinning around. So will this bring out some kind of caution? We've certainly got localized yellows at the moment. Meanwhile, it is Niels Langeveld in the number 10 car and Joe Warhurst going side by side up Eau Rouge. It takes a lot of courage to get your foot buried on it. Around this blind crest they come. Niels Langeveld with a nose in front. They race past the pit exit. Sam Yongyan trying to get involved in there as well to pick up some places. Along the Kemmel Straight we come towards Le Combes, under braking, and at the moment it's Sam Yongyan who comes out on top briefly, but now Niels Langeveld coming back. Joe Warhurst getting mugged by several cars. Keegan Masters is the next to find a route past, so Warhurst dropping back to 10th place here. The cars behind finding that route past. Niels Langeveld on top at the moment, but look at Sam Yongyan in the number 65 car. We know that he likes these greasy conditions, so Sam looking to score a podium in the rookie race. He's in second at the moment. Chester Kieser well ahead of him. So Niels Langeveld is now broken clear. Keegan Masters coming through. So suddenly Yongyan falling back from Niels Langeveld. Langeveld breaking clear. There's Nick Ho in the background as well, getting involved in that battle. This is great stuff. With 20.5 minutes remaining of this race. So there's Keegan Masters, who's got to the front of that particular queue. Ahead of them, Niels Langeveld has broken clear. Can Sam Yongyan catch it up with Chester Kiefer? There's Kiefer coming through your picture there, but Yongyan now has those other cars in front of him. Joe Warhurst now fending off Nick Ho in the number 98 car. So, in the Pro-Am race, it's still Mikael Esman who leads. It's Ahmed Al-Shihad second in the Pro-Ams. Third is Zuren Spreng. So after that spin at the start of the race, he's picked it up. He's third in the Pro-Ams. In the rookies, Chester Kiefer continues to lead. Still well clear of Sam Yongyan. Third in the rookies is Nick Ho. Everybody racing for points in their respective championships as we look down at the bus stop once again and out back towards the starting grid. While all that is going on, Flint Schuring doing what he did yesterday, having fended off the attacks from Theo Overhaus in the early stages, now opening up a gap, just keeping it steady, about 1.5 seconds between first and second. Theo Overhaus in that second place, and he's well clear of Alex Tauscher in third. Gus Burton, man on a mission, is about 2 seconds behind Alex Tauscher. We look again towards Eau Rouge. And up that hill we come. It's such a steep climb. Completely blind crest at the top. There's our race leader. You can see how hard he's having to push in these conditions. Keeping it together. In dry conditions, you would be reaching about 265 kilometers an hour as Mathieu Ferreira and Chester Kiefer now go wheel to wheel. Kiefer is a man on a mission, now challenging Mathieu Ferreira for that 5th place. So Chester Kiefer, the sister car to the one that's leading. It is a drag race. In towards the corner they come. We're heading towards Rivage. And Chester Kiefer having a look to the outside, but clearly putting the pressure on Mathieu Ferreira. I think Ferreira not enjoying these conditions as much as he does those dry conditions where we've seen him shine so much. Now out towards Pouhon they will come. And Chester Kiefer has a look to the outside. At the moment, Ferreira has the line into the corner. He goes as deep as he dares, but he gives plenty of space to Chester Kiefer, who's going to try and go the long way around. Can't make it stick around Pouhon. In towards Fagnes they will come. Must keep it within the track limits. The stewards will be watching. Chester Kiefer flashing the lights. Mathieu Ferreira will be aware that he's there. Now Kiefer has the inside line. Then it switches back to the outside line. Still Mathieu Ferreira holding on to that position. 5th place is the battle. In the background is Niels Langeveld. Keegan Masters just keeping an eye on this as well, but too far back to get involved. How much longer can Mathieu Ferreira hold off Chester Kiefer, the rookie driver who's had quite a lot of bad luck this season, now making his way back up the championship standings? Could it be a double win in the rookies? He's to the inside now. Mathieu Ferreira has no answer as they head around Blanchimont at high speed. They will come. Chester Kiefer sliding the car around the corner. Job done, relegating Mathieu Ferreira down into 6th place, into the bus stop. They come, and the safety car is out. So I think that is going to be potentially for the Ray King car that I believe, is still stranded out on track. Oh, no, it's not. That is Wouter Burkamp. So the 25 car into the barrier. Cannot remember the last time I saw Wouter Burkamp into the barrier. Has he had a mechanical issue? Has he just lost it in these slippery conditions? Whatever it is, his day is over. He will be thoroughly fed up about that. The safety car is out, so the 1.5 second gap that Flint Schering had built up will, of course, reduce down to nothing. So safety car out, while the number 25 car is retrieved from the gravel trap. So strictly no overtaking now. Everyone will be rushing to join the back of the queue. You can see how hard Dirk Schutten was pushing. How's he doing? He's up to 14th place. He was starting 20th on the grid, so he's made good progress from there. You can see Theo Overhaus weaving like mad to keep the heat in the tyres and in the brakes. So, safety car, all the gaps are gone. This is going to make the second half of this race very interesting indeed. If you're watching around the world, we do hope you're enjoying race 6 of the season for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland 2026. We are behind the safety car here at Spa-Francorchamps, and this could go in any direction in these slippery conditions as the car of Wouter Burkamp is retrieved from the gravel trap. So it gives everyone a chance just to breathe, but with all those gaps gone, many drivers see this as an opportunity to grab some extra points. In the Pro-Ams, Mikael Esman still leads the way. Second in the Pro-Ams is Ahmed Al-Shihab. Zoran Spreng, after the opening lap incident, is up to third in the Pro-Ams. Then it's Sam Shaheen and Ray King, who is actually still running as far as I can see. So he did get going after that earlier incident that we saw. And there is the Wouter Burkamp's car being removed. So he will refocus towards his home race at Zandvoort next weekend. Has not been a great weekend for him in the grand scale of things. And there, Flint Schering leads the pack behind the safety car. So if the race finished now, it would be Theo Overhaus who would get 20 points for second place. It would be Alex Tauscher who would get 16 points for third place. But Flint Schering would get the maximum number of points. It would take him to within 19 points of Theo Overhaus in the championship. But Theo Overhaus was looking pretty rapid and may well have ideas to try and find a route past Flint Schering in front of him. Well, good luck with that, because Flint has not put a wheel wrong. He lost a wheel on Thursday at the fastest part of the track in Eau Rouge and Raidillon, and I saw the video of it yesterday. He said, I actually got overtaken by my own wheel, and I saw the onboard camera as his wheel actually overtook his own car. He held it together, he kept it out of the barriers, showing how lightning fast his reflexes are. And since then, quali, race, he just has had absolutely everything nailed on, a lot quicker than the cars around him. Just clearly loves this place. Right, there's somebody peeling off into the pits. So whether that is mechanical or whether that is a potential tyre change, we don't normally have pit stops in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland, but there was somebody who peeled off into the pit lane. I think it might have been Dylan Yip who went off into the pits. So for whatever reason, he is doing that. Everybody else obviously staying out, while the Wouter Burkamp's car is removed. Right, well, for all the fans of Sam Shaheen, no further action. And it's Dylan Yip with clearly an issue with that car. We can see the smoke coming from it, so he's into retirement. I didn't think it was quite ready for tyre changes yet. So Dylan Yip is out. Sam Shaheen, no further action. Also, Ray King was also under investigation. No further action for him as well. So, as you see it on the track is how it is, and Sam Shaheen will continue in 4th place in the Pro-Ams and in 28th place overall. But of course, with all the gaps closed up, he will have Zoran Spreng right in front of him, the Pro-Am Championship leader. So Zoran Spreng will no doubt feel some Australian passion behind him as Sam Shaheen tries to work his way past. While we're behind the safety car, it's Flint Schering who leads the way. Theo Overhaus, Alex Tauscher, Gus Burton. Keep an eye on him. He's always good at pushing forwards. Chester Kiefer, the leading rookie, in 5th place. What a sterling job from Chester Kiefer. Matheus Ferreira in 6th place. Started on the front, towards the front of the pack, and has been overtaken by a couple of cars, but still very much in contention. Could work his way back up yet, as we see notification that the safety car is about to come into the pit. So in a few moments, the lights will go off on the safety car, and Flint Schering will then back the pack up. And he'll want to allow the safety car to break clear, disappear off into the pit lane. And Flint will then make the decision when he wants to hit the accelerator, when he wants to go. Theo Overhaus will be trying to generate the heat in the tyres and in the brakes, but will be wanting to anticipate when Flint Schering is going to decide to go, because that will be his best opportunity to try and make a challenge for the lead. Here we come. Safety car lights are off. Now, Flint Schering, he's done a lot of these restarts over the years, knows exactly what to do. Theo Overhaus will be focused on the black and gold car in front, ready to hit the accelerator. Schering very, very much in control at the moment, but this could all change. Tauscher in 3rd place. Dearly love to get up to the top step of the podium for just the 3rd time in his career, but knows there's a championship and it's consistency that wins championships. Right, here we go. This is going to be exciting. 10 minutes remaining of this race, race 6 of a 16-race season. Flint Schering weaving, Overhaus focused, almost pushing the number 12 car in towards the bus stop. When is Schering going to go? It's his decision. They cannot overtake until they get to the start-finish line. Schering will decide when is the best time to hit the accelerator. Into the bus stop he comes, past the debris. Now Schering is onto the power, or is he? Theo Overhaus trying to anticipate it. We are back to green flag racing. Now we are go. Here comes Schering in towards La Source. Overhaus has anticipated it well. In towards La Source we come. Keep an eye on Gus Burton to the inside of Alex Tauscher towards a podium position. Gus Burton out of turn 1. He comes now heading towards Eau Rouge and Raidillon. They will come. The cars now back up to speed. Everybody making it. No, it looks like Alexandra Vatova pointing in the wrong direction on La Source. Now Flint Schering opens up that gap to Theo Overhaus. It looked very close into La Source, but Schering had it under control. Now he opens up that gap. Up the hill we come. Alex Tauscher has also fended off Gus Burton for the moment, but along the Kemmel Straight in towards Le Combe they come. The car's weaving to generate the heat. Keep it on. Chester Kiefer now to the inside of Gus Burton as well. What a scrap this is for the last of the podium positions. So many drivers trying to get involved. Also in there, Matheus Ferreira. He's not out of it yet in terms of a podium. Chester Kiefer, the leading rookie, in 5th place at the moment, putting the heat on to Gus Burton. Burton, who but for a moment had his nose in front, but now back to that 4th place. He just about made it past Tauscher into 3rd place, but now Tauscher has fought back. Keegan Masters there as well in 8th place. Niels Langeveld in 7th, always there as well. But Flint Schering now opens up that gap over Theo Overhaus. A little over 8 minutes plus 1 lap remaining. Overhaus staring at the back of the black and gold car. Tauscher has now broken clear of Burton. So 1, 2, 3. But look at the fight for 4th place. Gus Burton with Chester Kiefer to the inside. Kiefer with a nose into 4th place. Has he made it stick? We look ahead. No, he hasn't. Burton's fended it off. And like Nick Ho going wide onto the gravel as well. It's kicking off up and down the pack. Mikael Esman still leads for the Pro-Ams. There's Niels Langeveld. There is Keegan Masters challenging him. Every point counts in this championship. It is so close. We look again at La Source. Is this going to be contact between Søren Spreng, Ahmed Al-Shihab, and the person that gets spat out of the pack is Alexandra Vatova. We thought it was her that went turning around. So Spreng to the inside of Ahmed Al-Shihab into turn 1. Vatova in the Iron Dame supported car is left facing the oncoming traffic. Right, Burton and Kiefer still going at it, hammer and tongs. This is certainly Gus Burton's best showing so far in Porsche Sixt Carrera Deutschland, but Chester Kiefer as well in his debut year in the Rookie Championship. Finally, looks like he's made the move stick. So Chester Kiefer up into 4th place. Alex Tauscher just ahead of him. Burton's trying to come back, but now he's got Mathieu Ferreira getting involved as well. There's Keegan Masters getting in the end. Niels Langenveld running side by side as they head towards Eau Rouge. Up the hill, this takes a lot of bravery. Keep it within the track limits. Niels Langenveld with the nose in front. Keegan Masters still in that 8th place. Great racing here. A lot of respect given by all the drivers. Flint Scheuring, our race leader. Theo Everhaus is there. You just get the feeling that Scheuring is just controlling this from the front. You see Gus Burton just sliding a little bit into Lecombe. Really enjoying himself here. But Chester Kiefer, what a drive from him up into that 4th place. So there is Flint Scheuring, Everhaus. There's Tauscher, the 1, 2, 3. Then a gap back to Chester Kiefer. Then Gus Burton, Mathieu Ferreira. They've broken clear of Niels Langenveld. Keegan Masters, the man in black. He's not done yet. Sam Yongyan just quietly getting on with it. 9th place would give him points for 2nd in the rookies. Joe Warhurst has stabilised in 10th place with Louis Perot in 11th, ahead of Aldo Festante. Dirk Schuten up to 13th, ahead of Sebastian Freimuth. And Caleb Sumich up to 3rd in the rookies, 15th overall. To remind you, Caleb started, well, it was almost in the town of Spa. He was so far back on the grid, but he's made his way up through the pack, so good job from him. Chester Kiefer tiptoeing around the corner. Looks like he's just struggling a little bit for grip at the moment. Gus Burton there. These conditions really, really tricky. There is no margin for error here at Spa-Francorchamps. There's Sam Yongyan with Joe Warhurst just behind him, rounding out the top 10. You get the feeling that Joe is not done yet. We've got a warning for track limits. That is for Jonas Greif. He's running in 23rd place overall. I'm very impressed we haven't had more issues with track limits. We had many of them. The race director said in the driver's briefing yesterday morning, was it Friday morning, he said, we are taking a zero tolerance approach to track limits. Exactly what they've been doing. The drivers have been working so hard to keep it between the white lines, but it's very tricky. There's different compounds of rubber on the track as well, making traction a little bit tricky for some of these drivers, but they've all mastered it. So really impressive. We're not seeing decisions made in the steward's box yet, but we've still got 4 minutes plus 1 lap of this race remaining. Look at Gus Burton here, 5th place. Up until now, his best result was yesterday, which was a 6th place. For one moment, it looked like he might be able to get the 4th Racing by Atlas Ward car onto the podium. But at the moment, 5th place is looking about as far as it's going to go. But for any more dramas, Chester Kiefer continuing to impress with that 4th place. Flint Scheuring under control of this race. Theo Everhaus just keeping the pressure on. Here comes Flint once again. 3.5 minutes remaining plus 1 lap. Everhaus 6/10 behind, but you just get the feeling that Scheuring has plenty in reserve if the challenge comes. Alex Tauscher, if he can keep things going as they are now, it will be solid points. Another podium for him. 3rd place, all about the consistency, picking up the points. That's what wins championships. It's not all about the winning. I spoke to him yesterday. He said, I just want to win a race that's not at the Nürburgring, because every race he's ever won in Porsche Sixt Carrera Deutschland so far has been the Nürburgring. You get the feeling it won't be long before we see him standing on the top step of the podium at somewhere other than at the Nürburgring. We're looking at the battle for 5th place once again. There's Gus Burton. Behind him, Mathieu Ferreira. Then Niels Langenveld. There's Burton, just keeping it, pointing all in the right direction. A very, very popular driver. It was worth checking out his podcasts and his YouTube and his social media. A track limits warning. Well, I did speak too soon, didn't I? Mathieu Ferreira in the orange, white and red, number 27 car for Team GP Elite. Had the glory of his first ever overall podium yesterday. Today, been shown a warning flag for track limits. It is just a warning at the moment. Flint Schuring has been inch perfect all the way through this weekend, and he continues. Theo Overhaus, the driver who won the first 2 races of the season, goes deep into the corner. This is going to be an opportunity for Alex Tauscher. We cut away. Has Alex Tauscher been able to get past him? Well, it's up to you to decide. Right, we see it now, out along towards the grid from the perspective of turn 1. So having had the pressure on, now Theo Overhaus is the driver being pressured. Alex Tauscher, after that mistake from Overhaus, senses an opportunity to move up a step on the podium. This could be for something close to a championship lead here, so this is going to be personal as they head up Eau Rouge towards Raidillon. Less than a minute and a half remaining, plus 1 lap of this race. This is critical in the championship. These 2 drivers separated by just 2 points. If Tauscher could get in front of Overhaus, it could well propel him to the top of the championship standings. Along the Kemmel Straight they come. Suddenly Overhaus having to defend, having put all that pressure onto Flint Schuring. In the background, Chester Kiefer may well be fancying an opportunity of a podium. Yet in the background of him, Gus Burton, Mathieu Ferreira still keeping the pressure on. Then Niels Langeveld, then Keegan Masters, Sam Yongyan in 9th place, 2nd in the rookies. Then is Joe Warhurst rounding out the top 10. Overhaus, after that scary moment, he's running out of grip on the car. He's broken clear of Tauscher again. It was an opportunity for Tauscher, but he wasn't able to take advantage of it entirely. And Overhaus once again breaks clear in that 2nd place, but it's taken all the pressure off Flint Schuring, who continues to be the fastest man on the track at the front with a gap of 2.8 seconds. As the clock starts to strike down towards 0. Once we hit 0, it will be whatever remains of that lap that the leader is on, and then 1 more after that. And at the moment, Flint Schuring has it all under control. So the clock strikes 0. So it'll be what remains of this lap, and then 1 more before we crown the winner of race 6 of the season. Flint Schuring looking to make it a hat-trick, 3 in a row, all from pole position. He just has 1 more lap of the Spa-Francorchamps circuit after this to complete, to have that feat put to bed. Theo Overhaus now in 2nd place. Tauscher's dropped back a little. Kiefer in 4th place, leading the rookies still. Yongyan 2nd in the rookies, 3rd in the rookies. Caleb Sumich in the Pro-Ams. It's Mikael Esman who leads Zuren Spreng, and 3rd in the rookies is Ahmed Al-Shihab. So Zuren Spreng coming back after what was a very troublesome opening lap that saw him pointing towards the barrier, but he's picked it up and he's come back. Now look at Mathieu Ferreira trying to break the heart of Gus Burton onto the last lap of the race. Here's Keegan Masters as well, challenging Niels Langeveld. Langeveld squeezes him towards the pit lane. Now Masters has to go the long way around in towards La Source we come. Langeveld has the position at the moment, looks to have it covered off, but is Keegan Masters going to pick up a slipstream here as we head up that steep climb for the very last time? There's Gus Burton breaking clear of Mathieu Ferreira. Behind them, Niels Langeveld. Keegan Masters senses an opportunity for more points here. He's in that 8th place. Can he get to 7th place on this last lap? We head along the Kemmel Straight for the very last time. The leader flashes through your picture. Then it's Theo Overhaus. There's Alex Tauscher. Then Chester Kiefer. Then this battle here for 5th place could go any way. Burton sliding the back end into Lecombe, holding on for all he's worth. Mathieu Ferreira in the background there. Niels Langeveld, Keegan Masters almost pushing Langeveld around Lecombe and Malmedy in towards Rivage. It's a steep downhill here, easy to get it wrong under braking. Burton goes deep into the corner, but he's got it under control. Mathieu Ferreira, but Masters taking a much tighter line in towards Speaker's Corner. They come once again, then it's going to be up towards Pouhon for the very, very last time. Gus Burton looks to have 5th place covered off at the moment, but there's still half a lap remaining of this race. Now to the inside, Keegan Masters with a little bit more grip than Niels Langeveld. Into Pouhon we come. On the inside is Langeveld. Masters goes wide through the corner. And now in towards Fagnes for the last time. the battle for 7th place. Langeveldt with all the pressure from the South African, the man in black, monstering him through the sequence of corners. Burton breaks clear from Ferreira. Now Masters once again to the inside of Langeveldt. Langeveldt giving him just enough space as they head around towards Campos and Stavelot for the last time. Then it'll be into Blanchimont, our race leader, well ahead of them, well ahead of Theo Overhaus by some 3.1 seconds. In towards Blanchimont we come for the very last time in this race. Flynn Schuring started from pole position exactly as he did yesterday. He makes it a clean sweep at Spa-Francorchamps. 2 wins out of 2 from pole position for Flint Schuring, launching himself back into the championship hunt this weekend. Second over the line, Theo Overhaus stays at the top of the point standings. Alex Tauscher with points for 3rd. Chester Kiefer up to 4th place, takes the win for the rookie. Then it's Gus Burton in 5th place, ahead of Mathieu Ferreira, Niels Langeveldt, Keegan Masters, Sam Yong-Yan 2nd in the rookies, 9th overall, ahead of Joe Warhurst. I tell you what, if we could get the top 8 onto the podium, I really would, because such good racing, clean, controversy-free, proper stuff here from Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Flint Schuring being applauded by the teams as he comes along the pit lane and in towards Parc Fermé. What a dominant display, and once again crushing the opposition. Never really looked under threat, but for the very beginning when Theo Overhaus attempted to make a move on him, but you just knew Flint Schuring was never going to be challenged here. And now he steps, well, he will in a moment step from the car, and he will be delighted after so much bad luck at the start of the season. There's his dad, Gervin, with the phone, who embraces his son. He's come from the Nürburgring, where he was supporting Maurice Schuring yesterday, has come here this morning to support his other son, Flint Schuring. And now Flint receives the congratulations from Schumacher CLRT, the team who prepare that car and do an insanely good job. And of course it was the sister car, Chester Kiefer, that also takes the top step of the podium for the rookies as well. In the Pro-Ams, Mikael Esman takes his first Pro-Am win of the season, beating Søren Spreng into 2nd place, but good recovery from Søren Spreng after spinning on the first corner and getting caught up with other cars and ending up pointing towards the wall. And there, Alex Tauscher as well. So there's Flint, always calm, always collected, very unflappable, even after the disastrous first 3 races of the season. Looked chilled, didn't look like he was panicking, just kept it all together. And he makes it 3 wins out of 3. The last 3 races from pole position of Flint Schuring. Theo Overhaus kept him in sight, but didn't really have the pace to get past him. Alex Tauscher, more points for the championship in 3rd, ahead of the rookie winner. What a run from Chester Kiefer. Gus Burton scores his best ever finish in Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland, ahead of Mathieu Ferreira. Niels Langeveldt in 7th place. 8th, Keegan Masters, so good points there. 2nd in the Pro-Ams. 9th overall, Sam Yong-Yan. Joe Warhurst rounding out the top 10 ahead of Louis Perrault. Dirk Schouten from quite a long way back on the grid up to 12th place ahead of Aldo Festante. Sebastian Freimuth, Caleb Sumich gets a podium for the rookies in 15th overall ahead of Daniel Roos, who's 16th place. In 17th, Marcus Armand from the very back of the pack. So once again, Marcus pushing hard from the back, not able to make it into the points here, but what a sterling job from him ahead of Nick Ho, Monty Masson, Gustav Bergstrom, Max Mutschlechner in 21st, Tim Reiter, Jonas Greif, and then the winning Pro-Am driver, Mikael Esman, had a Søren Spreng, and Ahmed Al-Shihab, his first podium of the year, and his first race weekend of the year in the Pro-Ams, had a Ray King, Sam Shaheen, and Alexandra Vatova after that spin in 29th, Gianluca Tucharoglu in 30th, and then Dylan Yip and Wouter Boerkamps, both non-finishers. And that concludes a thrilling race 6 of the season. Let's have another look again at that start. Flint Schuring was quick out of the blocks, but Theo Overhaus certainly beat Alex Tauscher in towards turn one. Looked like he might bring the challenge to Flint Scheuring. I think Scheuring had other ideas about that. Mathieu Ferreira taking the deep line through La Source. This is where Søren Spreng got caught out, just tripping up. And it was Walter Burkamps who he got together with, recovered from that. But for Walter, it was going to be a torrid race. Raking, did a little bit of drifting through the gravel, discovered there's even less grip to be had on the grass, finally got the car pointing in the right direction, brought it home for some good points. Mathieu Ferreira was soon feeling the pressure of Chester Kiefer, the number 11 driver from Luxembourg, one of the talent pool drivers as well, coached by Lupo Hensler. Oh dear, I'm going to get in trouble for that. Brilliant job from these drivers. Chester Kiefer showing why he is a real challenger in the Rookie Championship. Alexandra Vatova, she'll be really gutted about that, getting caught up pretty well in someone else's incident. But it was Flint Scheuring who kept it all together, opened up the gap from Theo Overhaus despite the safety car, and brought it home for a dominant win. Bad news for all the people who don't want to see Flint Scheuring dominate this. His next race is his home race at Zandvoort, and he loves it there. So is he going to make it 4 or indeed 5 out of 5? We haven't got long to wait before that, because the next 2 races, races 7 and 8 of the season, will be next weekend. You can see here the championship, subject to confirmation. Theo Overhaus leading Alex Tauscher by 6 points. Keegan Masters still very much in it, but a subdued weekend by his standards, 16 points back. Flint Scheuring closing in, then Mathieu Ferreira in the points standings as well. It is very, very close, and it could, as was the case last year, go all the way down to the last lap of the last race. So much talent here. Alex Tauscher still looking for his first win of this season, but yet another podium for the number 13 driver. He's finished on the podium for all bar 2 races this season. Theo Overhaus in second place, and Flint Scheuring with the Dutch national anthem.
National des Pays-Bas pour la victoire de Flint Scheuring.
So we've heard that a few times, haven't we? I wonder if we're going to be hearing that in Germany today as well. There, Thorsten Rüker, the project manager, customer sport, Porsche, presenting the 3rd place trophies. Thorsten does a phenomenal job organising this series, keeping this lot in order, presenting the trophy to Flint Scheuring. I think he and his brother Morris will need a small warehouse for the number of trophies they have scored over the last few seasons. And there, Schumacher CLRT also get a trophy as well on behalf of the team. And as the drivers pose for the photos, along with the team representative and Thorsten, our attention will turn towards Zandvoort. Next weekend, we are in the North Sea Dunes on the high bankings of the Zandvoort circuit. Unbelievably, by this time next week, we will be at the halfway point of the season. They have come quick and fast in 2026. The celebrations will start at the moment, but it won't be long before we dust ourselves off, wash the champagne off, and return into the Netherlands for the next round. It will be round 4 of what is turning out to be a sensational season for Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. I do hope you've enjoyed the coverage here from Spa-Francorchamps. It's been a little bit soggy, but the racing, as always, has been gripping. Have a great week. We'll see you in about 6 days' time in the Netherlands. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
absolute thrill to be here.
Porsche Sixt Carrera, Germany.
That gets us.
30 minutes of explosive action.